Hello and welcome. I'm JC from We Are Arsenal, and in this video, I'll be bringing you 5 things that you need to know before Arsenal and Newcastle play at the weekend. And let's waste no more time at all and literally jump straight into things. So, number 1 on the list is recent form for both sides, and starting with Arsenal as we're at home. Our last fixture was a tough one to take, losing 4-0 at Anfield to Liverpool. We always knew it was going to be a tough game, but having gone into that game winning or unbeaten in 10, Arsenal fans were pretty confident. But if you have a look at the rest of the results on screen, it does make good reading. And I expect Arsenal to bounce back. Loads of green ticks there. And if we have a little look at Newcastle's form of late, a bit of a mixed bag of draws and losses. However, Eddie Howe is now the new Newcastle manager, and we have to take a couple of things into account. Has he had time to implement his new ideas and boost the morale of this team? And will it be a contributing factor when we play against Newcastle at the weekend? Number 2 on the list is the head-to-head record of these two sides. And they've played a few times down the years across various different competitions, 187 to be exact. Now, fortunately, Arsenal do have the upper hand in this department, having won 82 of these fixtures, 67 in favour of Newcastle, 38 ending in a draw. Now, there are a few fixtures that have gone Arsenal's way in recent times. We even played them this calendar year over at St James's Park, beating them 2-0 on the 2nd of May in the Premier League. Prior to that, we did beat them 3-0 in the Premier League back in January. And then last but not least, we played them in the FA Cup in January of this year as well, beating them 2-0. So recent form between these two sides certainly sits in favour of Arsenal. Number 3 on the list is key players for both sides. And if you watched my last preview video, Emile Smith-Rowe was the one I highlighted for Arsenal. And I know he didn't really feature too often against Liverpool, but it doesn't change the fact that 3, 4, 5 games prior to the Liverpool match, Emile Smith-Rowe is still the in-form player, the key player at Arsenal right here and now. He's played 12 games, picking up 4 goals and 2 assists along the way. 15 chances created, so good numbers there. 90% passing accuracy, and he manages to complete 67 of all of his dribbles attempted. Now, I don't think the other man needs any introduction. He's been an absolute menace for Newcastle over the last few years, and he's the key player at the moment. He's played 12 games in the Premier League for Newcastle this season, having bagged 3 goals and 3 assists. He's created more opportunities for Newcastle compared to Emile Smith-Rowe at 19. Passing accuracy, 75%. And a dribble success rate of 62%. And you can also see the heat maps for both players in the Premier League this season. Both very, very busy. Saint-Maximin a little more so because he does play on either flank. The big question is, though, will either of these two players have a big influence at the weekend and be the reason why one of these sides walk away with all 3 points? Number 4 on the list is team news, and for the first time in a while, it feels like I don't have too many players I need to talk about. Granit Xhaka still on the injury list, unfortunately. He will join in first team training come January and hopefully may even feature towards the back end. Kolasinac and Balogun still unavailable, but they may be available in the next couple of weeks. Dummett and Schür are the 2 on the list for Newcastle. From what I have read, Dummett is definitely unavailable, but Schür has got a 25% chance of playing, and he will be assessed a little closer to the time, say Friday evening, for example. Last but not least, number 5, we have predictions, and this is your opportunity to get involved and maybe even feature in a future video. More precisely, the match report on Saturday, where I'll be holding a live stream with a number of friends. So comment down below right now what you think the score will be on Saturday. Now, there are a number of headaches potentially for Arteta. Tavares had a game to forget against Liverpool, so will Kieran Tierney come in for him? Likewise with Lokonga, he was someone that was definitely targeted by Klopp and Ainsley Maitland-Niles may come in for him. And last but not least, we've got Martin Odegaard, someone who hasn't featured too recently. Lacazette pipping him to the post in most occasions, but there's been a lack of creativity. So the big question is, will Odegaard get the nod? Now, if you had to give it to me, I'd go Ramsdale at the back, Tomiyasu on the right, Tierney on the left, give Tavares a little bit of rest because we've got United midweek, Gabriel and White in the centre. I felt really sorry for Ainsley Maitland-Niles for not being picked after a good game prior to Liverpool, so I give him the nod alongside Thomas Partey. The Haaland boys out wide because they have been our best players for a while now, and Aubameyang and Lacazette up top. I think Arsenal are going to want to give a reaction, not only for the fans, but for the team. So I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-1 to Arsenal. Newcastle picked up a few goals in their last game, and Arsenal also conceded a few as well. So I do expect Arsenal to concede, but I think a convincing 3-1 win is what I expect to happen. So that is going to about wrap things up for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please do drop a like. Subscribe if you're new around here because it really does help me out. And I'll catch you after the game on Saturday.